Alright, this will be another replay analysis for KiteKate. It's another replay in for threes this time, so we'll be looking out for that. Let's just get right into it. Just to note, like, these are two randoms, so it's not just queued up with people or something. Alright, so going for the booster is good. I'll hide this real quick. So yeah, this is really good actually. So here you see both of your teammates committing, which means now you're last back and you need to either go for this immediately, but from here you cannot be sure if they're gonna if pillbox is gonna hit it before you or not, which means just have to chill for a bit here, which you do, and then you get it clear out, which is good. And now you should be able to follow it up, and then you don't goal. But your teammates should have scored that. So here, there's obviously no 100% sure of knowing what happened. With this spawn, the guy on the left, like not the kickoff taker, but the guy on the left, like literally next to you, should be going for a boost because it's behind the kickoff taker. The way you can see this is right now he turns his wheel to the left, which probably means he's gonna go for boost. Sometimes they also call it in chat, obviously. If they don't, that's fine. The safe way is to just literally cheat pretty much always if you're solo queuing. If you're playing with a team, you can obviously say who's going or who's not going. So here I would cheat. So you kind of do cheat, but the way you should cheat here is just to go for the middle pad. But maybe because you saw him going for B, you decided to go straight, or you decided to cheat, which should be fine. And their ball actually comes to you. There's some good, like the decision was good to control this. I would take this on the wall honestly and try and go either for like a touch on the backboard or if you can, obviously like air dribble or ceiling shot. Going for an air dribble there is kind of useless though, so either go for a double touch or off the wall and try to pass it to a teammate. Dribbling this to the middle again is fine too. Obviously this like mechanics thing, it worked out in the end because this guy kind of panicked and just dived in pretty much, and there was no one back yet for them. So on kickoffs, always flip. Doesn't matter where you're coming from, always flip. So that's flipping before you hit the ball and when you hit the ball. So here you missed a couple of pads from pretty much the kickoff out. So you only hit that pad, you missed that one, you hit that one, and then you missed the one to your right now, and then you missed that one, and here you go in between two paths too. So that's something to keep in mind too. So here again, you're literally missing all of the paths on your way back. Like there's at least 3 paths you could have taken when going back, and now you're stuck with like 20 boosts. Well, you could have had like 40, maybe even 60-ish. So here, this ball, it's pretty awkward, and you're probably not sure if it's gonna hit the wall or not. Just try and track where the ball is going and try and literally catch it when it hits the ground, or well before it hits the ground. That way you can just control and go for 50, which means in pretty much if you don't fuck up the 50 completely, it shouldn't go in the net. But like this is a free pass right now. It should have probably been a goal. Here again, so this is so here you should just be back post rotating while getting like 3 pads. You could even go for the big pad if it's up, but here you miss like the one you just drove by, and now you miss 2 more pads, which I mean I can show. So ideally you would have like driven like this first one, and then this one, and then this one, and that means you're around 40-50 boost. which I mean obviously is better than being with 12. This pushing out is good again though, because here you see your teammate didn't want to go. He's just stuck in A pro, doesn't have that much boost, or he just wants to defend the net. Either, I mean, that doesn't, it's not really relevant. If he's staying there, you should just be pushing up, which you are doing right now, to support your first player, quote unquote first player. So this should be a shot. So that should be a goal. It's pretty much a free pass from the opponents. And there's not really anyone from them who can make a touch or save this. Mostly, again, well, this is mostly just mechanics and just training. But this should be a top corner shot, pretty much. So here, going back, so you have 31 boost and you already flip once. You go for 1 pad even. If you use like 10 boost here and flip another time, maybe not even 10, maybe even less, you would have went supersonic right here. If you go supersonic right here, you're back way faster. You have more time on this to predict on what this is gonna happen with this ball. You might just even beat the opponent to the ball, but because you don't, you're just back later. You do grab a decent amount of pads though here. So here your boost situation is fine, but the way you rotate it isn't fine anymore. So here, going straight back, like you either go back post or you play interference. I would have played interference here because there's probably, so that guy got kind of stuck in net, but he's going back right now. That means it should be somewhere to the right of you, obviously, and he probably has the mid boost as surely it's up. If it isn't up, the back boost is up, which means that if you can just play time here and interference or whatever you want to call it, and just challenge this ball, he's gonna be back post, which means you can just pretty much freely challenge this ball and you don't need to give your opponent too much time on this. Like, I would literally just go for it right now, or well, wait, a little bit earlier. Like, cause he kind of fucked his touch. It's a little far from him, and he doesn't really have much control on the next touch. So he could have been there already. And now like at this point, you're kind of committed to just defending the net, because no wall is gonna come in and challenge this ball. A lot of people will rotate ball side, which no wall is doing right now, which can be very confusing because you don't know if he's gonna go for it or not. I would just assume he's going for it, unless you play with teammates who do that regularly and don't go for it. Then yeah, you should know, like, okay, he's not gonna challenge or something. But in this case, you should just defend the net. So here, like, that's what I was talking about here. You're pushed up too far. So no walls on the ball. You're pretty much like on his ass for no reason, and that gives you way less time to react to things happening. Like if there's a pinch coming out right now, or Campari can get the ball past him, you're not getting a touch ever. Pretty much, like, unless it's going straight at you. There's no way you're reacting or getting to that fast enough before the ball gets past you. He doesn't get it though, which is lucky. Doesn't mean that this is good positioning. So he just bangs the ball with a big clear. This is just like, okay, so here, so let's assess the situation right here. You have 80 boost, right? And then let's see right here. So here you have almost half of your boost. You started with 78, I think, and now you have 38. So you lost 40 boost. You're not supersonic. You didn't go for a hit, and like there was pretty much no reason to use the boost anyway, unless you're 100% going for the ball, which you decide to not do here. You even use more boost. So now, like, okay, you're 43. You're not in a position to receive a pass. You don't have that much boost to go for pretty much any aerial if there's a pass coming. It's just kind of a waste. Like if you just like slowly creep up, like on the right, I would just stay on the right here, because no one's gonna go for this. That just means you're in a position to get a pass, or you could even like try and go for a demo here, because he gets one demo and the other two opponents are in your right, which means their whole half is pretty much undefended right now. Which means if you get another demo, that's pretty huge. Like 2 of them got killed. They're struggling for boost. That would be pretty huge. So like going for this if you're playing with a team, could be fine. But in this case, you're not, so you cannot call like, oh, don't go for it, because he's probably gonna go for it, which he does. And if you're on the right here, you can be there to receive a pass. So, because so that there you should never do this. So here, that like you don't know what's happening with the ball right now, and there's no reason to turn off ball cam. Like this is like crucial information you're losing here, because at this point, bang. So here, you don't know if your teammate is gonna get that, because the first guy just committed, so he's 100% not getting it. He's in the corner, and your other teammate was just backing up, which probably means he's not getting to the ball, or he's like he's not gonna get a powerful hit or whatever. So turning off ball cam here, it's pretty much a sin, I would say. It's definitely not something you want to do at this point in time, especially not with 42 boost. It's not like crucial that you get the boost. It's more important that you know what's happening with the ball at the moment. So here you turn it back. There could have already been a hit. There hasn't been a hit yet, but we see Microstatic had some circles. He had to go back a little, and now he's going up for the aerial. But right here, you don't know much about the situation because you just lost like a second of information. So here, you have no clue who's gonna be fastest to the ball or whatever. So it's difficult to also to predict on this. If you knew what would have been happening, you could have been pushing up or like be defending or be ready for a bang or whatever. But now you just need to like again assess this situation, which you didn't have to pretty much. So he kind of gets it through. And then here's some patience is good because your teammates are rotating back. So playing patiently here is good. If like it's fine if he hits that like that. So you're not like you're not, well, I wouldn't say meant to hit it, but like there's no reason to go for a risky challenge here. He does get a touch, and he gets a touch again. You could be faster here. So once he gets this touch, you can always wait. You can pretty much always wait on your opponents to fuck up until like a pretty high level where they will be doing insane dribbles and touches, but up until that point, after this touch, it's pretty much fucked for him. Because look at how he's angled and how you're angled. If you just boost and jump and flip it to this ball, you're beating him and Campari cigarettes because he's cheated up too far. Maybe even pillbox because he's also not in an ideal situation or position. So just go for this. Now you can go for it fast after he fucked this touch, but do be patient before they get the touch, because if you're not patient here, and just rush for this ball, your teammates are in trouble. But because you don't rush, it's good. He makes a well, quote unquote panicky touch, I'd say, which means you can just go for this. Because he's not really in a good position to get a good hit on this. Neither is their second player right now. But you kind of hesitate, I guess, which means he gets to beat you to this ball, which is unfortunate. Your teammate is there to back you up, though. So just go for that, that's fine. Take their boost. I wouldn't go for this. So, obviously, unless you're feeling like you can definitely get a pass out or like ceiling shot, ceiling pinch, whatever, I wouldn't go for this. I wouldn't even try to go for this because it's a really awkward angle and it already bounced off the wall, which makes it even more difficult. And also, like, this team I just committed. He actually got demoed, I think. Which, if he got demoed, then there's definitely no reason to stay in there because you should probably be in the midfield. And like, yeah, that guy was going for it probably, but like he saw you going and then it made it awkward. So you have no reason to go for it like this. So here you're going back. This is perfectly fine. And now you can even you had loads of time to even react to this. There's no reason to jump here. So from here you're going back. This is still fine. You kind of missed the small pad that's to the left of you, I guess. Left of your car, to the right of the camera. And the big pad, if it's up, we don't know if it's up, but that doesn't really matter. Here, after this hit, it's just way easier to just go on the backboard. There's also none of their players are ready to go for this either way. So if you're on the backboard, you just get a free clear pretty much. Now you waste all of your boost and didn't even hit the ball. which means they get another free touch. If you went on the wall, that's like, we can even see where it lands on the wall. It's not that high. So right there. So that's not high at all. You can get a banger of a clear right there if you just waited and just met the ball on the wall. Because the opponent was not, or well, the guy giving the pass, or whatever this would be called, because not really a pass, as there wasn't really anyone to receive it. If there's no one to receive it or follow it up, there's no reason to jump for it that early. And it's good to make it a habit that you go on the backboard to defend it, because that's like where a lot of goals are scored from, or from plays that came from the backboard. Like, they don't have to like directly be scored, but it's really difficult defending if you're on the ground and the ball comes from the backboard. If you're on the backboard, obviously, if the ball comes on the backboard, it's pretty easy. So this led to a goal. You could have maybe saved that, but you had no boost anymore. So here, I don't know if your teammate called it, but you always ask the guy on the left. I think you are. Okay, no, it's even a different spawn. So this guy on the back should always go for a boost. The reason for that is you spawn closer to the ball, which means cheating for it is easier because you're closer to the ball. So this is fine. That's good patience. Here, I wouldn't hit this up. I don't know if you meant to, but like, just try and roll this in the corner so you can follow it on the wall. Then this is fine again. You got bumped, which is unfortunate. So here, that's a really weird turn. I don't know, like, okay, let's go back. So this hit is fine. You hit it to the corner where you would have been able to grab the big boost and follow it on the wall, being able to make a play from the wall. But you got bumped, which is like, that happens, whatever. Here you should just go back post, honestly. So this ball is really awkward, and your teammate should have maybe been ready for it. It shouldn't really even be happening either way. But here I would just take literally the one right pad on your screen, and then the one to the left, like between the big pad and you right now, and go back post. But here kind of cut rotation and let the Dominus guy be stuck there. So here, okay, that's a panicky hit. So they weren't here. Normally there's a player that should be there, ready for another hit, which means you will be in a bad position, which why you should have been going to back post when I said. But okay, so no one's here, so that's fine. So here, this is fine. You probably should have jumped for it, but it works out. And then here, again, this is a panicky hit, so you could just catch this and flick it probably, or maybe even dribble a little further. Like, this is just a panic hit. So the takeoff already is pretty bad because you're not even angled to follow this up, and with 40 boost you're not doing much. Pillbox could just literally wait, he literally does, he waits and grabs the big boost until you pretty much are in a position where you cannot hit the ball anymore. So this means you're again kind of out of position. You do grab the small pad, which is good. Here, just rush for the big pad, that's just good. And then here you want to decide faster. So here you have a big pass. So right now you want to decide either you go for this ball or you go back post. Right now, there's no, you don't want to hesitate. So you either go for it or you go back post. Like, you need to make a decision right now. Like, in lower ranks, it will not matter that much, but in higher ranks, it's crucial that you, like, once you go up the ranks, you'll understand. Like, if you hesitate, it's gonna lead to goals. It's gonna lead to goals always. The reason for that is, one, you're probably gonna be late on either of the decisions you do make a couple of seconds later, but on top of that, your teammate or teammates in this case are just gonna be screwed over by your hesitation because they don't know if they need to go or not, and that either means they're gonna double commit with you, or that means they're gonna wait and they're gonna be in a worse position. So here you do kind of turn for it, and then you decide to go back post. So that's probably very confusing for your teammate because he could have already went. But in this case, like, so what I would do, zero hesitation right now, go back post, period. You have 100 boost, which means if your teammate does fail to get this ball, like you're third right now as your second, if he does fail, to hit that ball, you have 100 boost back post, or maybe a little less if you use a little boost to get to back post, which is perfectly fine. But Pillbox misses the touch here again. So here again, this is just like, you might as well not rotate back to net, as you're not defending much here. So like, you want to fully go back post again, like make it a habit, but like make it a habit to go fully back post, because right now you're only defending like, I'd say 40% of the net, maybe not even, like 30% of the net. If anyone shoots top left corner, it's a goal 100%. You're not saving it. So make it a habit to go again. I don't know if I've told this in the other replay, but like, there's a magic gate in Greg, or Gregan calls it like the gate. You need to go through, and it's pretty much between, well, this, whatever this is, the grill, I guess, and the back post. You need to go through this to be fully back post, pretty much, because right now you can only defend like this part of the net. Let's say like right now, what you see of the net right now is what you can defend. Well, the net is way bigger than that. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, does it go back? Okay. So here, if you're back post, it's way easier to go for this touch. Now you both missed the ball. So again, if you went back post, or someone was on the backboard, which I've touched on earlier in this in the video, this touch is way easier. But now it's just super awkward, and he should have scored, but he didn't. So that's actually a nice recovery. So wave dashing off the wall is really good to get some speed again. Hit a short ball. Again, okay, so you're wave dashing to the right and left. I would just suggest wave dashing straight instead of this, because it's slower. And I would like, after the first wave dash, don't wave dash again, just flip. So here you completely cut your teammate off. So your teammate went for full boost, and now you cut him. You even heard him like stop his engine. So you can see him right here, and you can see he's gonna get the big boost. Which means he can probably go for this. And if you just go over the small pads, which are up right now, so you went from here, you could literally take this one, and then either one. I would just go like here, and then these two, if this one is up, whatever, and then your back post, perfect. But right now, we can probably watch from his perspective. I think it's this guy. This is a weird camera, but all right. So here you can see, so he stopped right here, where if you went to the right, for you, that's kind of difficult. That's kind of weird to explain. So if you went right, like okay, if you went back post over the small paths, he would have kept going here and would have beaten this guy to the ball 100%. But now you're here with 0 boost, and you're trying to challenge here. Which if Pillbox is way faster, which he isn't, this is just a free pass in to the middle. And here, like, you have 0 boost to go for this. So here, following this is fine. The reason for that, no teammate is close. You did miss the small pat, and again, like here, this is just a panicky touch. So right now, just going for this is perfectly fine. But here, at this point, you just want to catch it and force a 50 to the middle, or force a 50 up the wall, whatever, and then try and steal that boost and go back. If you do this, it's just a pass. You already saw your teammates are literally both in net. This guy just passed it to you. He might be middle, but you're not gonna get a middle with the amount of boost you have right now. Like there's just no way. And even if he is middle, well, again, you're probably not gonna get a pass out. This is just panicky touch, which gives them the ball, which they do kind of waste their opportunity. So here again, you miss 1 million small pads. So you hit this one, you miss this one, you miss. Okay, you hit that one, you miss that one. So you miss like 2 or 3 pads, which you could have had. And then if you have those small pads, like, you could have already turned and been way closer to the play than what you are right now. Which you could have been closer to this probably. You missed that, so here, wait. Don't jump for this, so again. So here, you just need to wait for this touch, whatever he does, you need to wait for this. Reason for that, you're literally last. If you fly for this, dive for, or yeah, well, it would be called diving, I guess, if you would go now, you're putting your team in a very dangerous position. Reason for that, again, your third and both of your teammates are not in a position to defend any kind of shot right now. So he hits this, and really, he fucked up his touch. So you can see here, so he probably meant to get a light touch, which he doesn't, obviously, and this means you can just go for this on the ground. If you went for this on the ground, you get a banger right there, right after it bounces. Half volleys are absolute fucking bangers. But because you kind of just reacted to the play instead of, or like you predicted the play instead of reacting to it, this just didn't turn out how you think it would, I guess, and now it's just really awkward. So, and it even becomes a goal, which it really shouldn't have. Right here, like, after you can see he hit that ball, there's no one getting to that ball, unless Pillbox makes an absolute rush for it. But you can 100% 50 that. There's no reason to not go for it. But let's say you just drive on the ground here. You literally beat him to the ball, and you get to hit the ball after it bounces, which means obviously Pillbox wouldn't be in the same position if you would have done that. But right now, I can 100% assure you you can score that from here after the bounce. You will literally shoot like 100-kilometer banger after, like, half volley banger that will just go straight into the net. But because you jumped, you just make it really difficult for yourself. And then, like, even if it would have went where you thought it went, like, jumping there is just there's no reason to. So here you do want to challenge this, but you're just slow to it. You also only single jumped, which I don't know if you've seen the fast tutorial video I did post. That's the way to get into air faster. All right, so let's carry on. So here, just go off the wall. So the cheat was fine. I would just go straight if you know he's gonna go for boost. But here, just go off the wall. Just go up the wall and then follow it. There's no reason to not do it. So, and also never ever reverse, pretty much. So here, don't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you just went on the wall, you could have hit it, maybe even on net, on the backboard, whatever, past middle. But because you, again, probably hesitated by going on the wall, because you knew that was a difficult read, like a difficult bounce or whatever. But you just need to go for it, honestly. Like, just go up the wall and follow the ball. Follow the ball. If it bounces out far, then you just need to pray it doesn't go that far out. But once you can read these, it should be really obvious that you should just go on the wall and hit this off the wall. You're lucky they all missed the ball. But we're not here to be lucky, we're here to get better. So don't touch that. So here you didn't get their boost, which is fine. Here, just don't panic, don't hit this. You have 0 boost, just let this roll. So hit this, like, it's perfectly fine. You can see everyone, you know everything right here. You know literally everything right here. So just let it roll, Get on the right side of the ball, in this case, and like try and force a 50, or let your opponent, or let your teammate take it if he can. But here you just want to get to the right side of the ball. This makes it really awkward. Now you give them the ball, which if you get on the right side of the ball here, you can just defend it. Pretty much like shielding the ball, as in real football you would too. Okay, so here, this was fine, but I don't know why you flipped to the left here. Like, pushing out is perfectly fine because he got touched past him. But here you want to flip to the right. So, okay, wait, I tried to pause it, but I pressed the wrong button. So here you want to flip diagonally right. So you get the 2 pads in front of you. And then even the pad after, probably, which means you're around 50 boost. But here you flip left and decide to turn your car right, which means now you lost all your momentum. And almost all of your boost. which is just unfortunate, really, because like you would have been in a pretty good position if you diagonally flip right, kept your momentum, and grabbed like 2 or 3 more small pots. Now you need to start your momentum again. So it was good. So again, the ball cam thing. I don't even know why you went off ball cam here, as I don't really see a reason. Maybe to check where your teammate is, but then you do it again. So here, like, okay, this check should be fine because you can see if your teammate is going or not. But after this, like, you don't want to turn it off again. And here, lucky he doesn't. So okay, your teammate touched. Fuck the touch. Which is unfortunate. But here again, like, you lost out on a little bit on information. You do kind of salvage the situation though, but here you want to get so this is a good touch, I'd say, but here you just want to stay behind the ball. There's no reason to go for booster because now you literally just gave them a free pass. If you stayed behind the ball, you could probably force a 50. So here again, fully back post. Here you want to go fully back post. So here you're literally defending again with 30, well, like 30% on that. Where you want to be defending pretty much 100%. Obviously, you'll never get to 100% as if there's a really hard shot, top right, top left, whatever. But if you're back post, you can defend way more than what you're defending right now. You also get to see way more, obviously, of the field and the players and the boost. So here he kind of cut rotation. Which again, if you're back post, if you would have went back post, this is an easy touch. But now you rush for it because the ball's really close, and there's an opponent really close, and there's a teammate really close, and now you panic, and now you want to hit the ball, but he hit the ball, and now it's completely fucked. And it scored off it. I don't know if there was an error in calling or whatever, but obviously you want to go for the big pot. That was a decent beat. Again, fast aerial, something to learn maybe. Okay, so don't waste this boost. Like, there's no reason to even use this boost as there's a teammate in front of you who's pressuring the play. You're not. You can just chill. You can just pick up small pads. Just be in the right position. Just be middle. Be ready for a pass. Don't waste the boost. And now you completely braked, which like, if you're saying to me like I'm gonna use 50 boost to get up to momentum, to be faster, to get to the play faster, to get closer to the play, whatever, and then you say like, okay, now I'm gonna brake after using that boost, does that make sense or no? If that makes sense, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, don't waste this boost. Like, just flip through the middle. You could use a little boost, it's fine. But don't waste half of your boost to proceed to brake right here, because you don't know what the outcome of the play was. Moving up middle is perfectly fine, and it makes clear for your teammate what you're gonna do. It makes clear for your teammate in the back and in the front what you're gonna do. It makes also clear for yourself what you're gonna do. If you're middle right here and there's a pass middle, which there is a pass middle, you could go for it. But now Microstatic probably saw you boosting and then braking, and he thought, okay, I don't know what he's doing, so I'm just gonna go for it. Which if you didn't, he probably wouldn't have done that. So you do score off it because they all kind of whiff. So okay, again, this is again the same thing we've been talking about, or well, I've been talking about I guess. Like, you turn off ball cam at a very, very, very crucial point. So we'll look at where the ball was and where the players were before you turn off ball cam. So it's right there. So okay, so let's go back a little. So let's see when it moves. See if I can time it. Okay, there. So that means right about now you're gonna turn it off. There we go. So that's literally like half a second before they're gonna go for 50, which is like a pretty crucial point and pretty crucial information you want to know. So now you turn it back on, but the ball's already coming towards your net. You would have went there. You would have known way more about the play if you didn't turn it off. You could turn it off to see if you're lined up with the big pot. It's perfectly fine, but don't do it at such a crucial moment. So don't do it there, but do it maybe here. So you would have already known, like, oh, okay, the ball's coming right there. It's not going towards net. I'm aligned up with the big pot. I am. Okay, turn ball came back on. Bang. So now it's just it will make you kind of get an awkward touch. So here again, just make up your mind. Like, don't wait first post. Don't ever wait first post. Either be lined up somewhere behind the line, right here, somewhere behind the line, so you can at least defend some kind of shots and get more of a reaction time to the shot, or just go back post, or straight up rush for this ball. If you rush for this ball, it could be fine too. Obviously, if you go up in the ranks, players won't be doing that, and you will probably be double committing. But right now, it's perfectly fine to just go for this. It's fine. Just rush for the ball so your teammates know what you're doing. Or again, just chill on that or go back post. Just make up your mind. Don't ever go in between decisions. Ever. It's better to just go for it and miss it, or it's better to just go back post and miss a save than what you're doing there, because you're pretty much in the quote unquote no man's land kind of thing. So you want to be pushing up faster again. Your teammate already has the ball and he's pushing up field. And another square of it. So right here, like he played it over all of them. Right now you should be pushing up, getting some small paths, try to go supersonic and be middle, ideally on the left side as the ball's going to the right. You want to be on the left side as second man. Again, Greg's video on spacing, I think it's called, or something. Great video, go watch that if you're interested in that. You want to be on the left here to receive a pass. So here you're too far off to get a 50 here. Not saying this is completely on you, but you should have been closer to get a 50 here, which means this is not a goal. On the other side, I normally don't really touch on other people in a review of someone else, but no wall should be obviously saving this. Alright, there you did flip. It's a side flip though, I think you did. Kind of half diagonal-ish. I would just start with a front flip. But if you want to do diagonals, that's fine too. But if you do them, you want to be flipping into the ball. That's gonna touch the ground. Alright, so that was gonna be the replay analysis for KiteKate. Once again, this time it's a 30 replay. Again, for people who are interested in this, you send in your replay. I normally do like high diamond and up 3s replays. I can make exceptions, it's fine. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really. If you have any questions regarding this replay or pretty much anything else Rocket League related, if it's 3s or anything just in general, as long as not like 2s or 1 specific, I can probably give you an answer. And I'll be happy to help with pretty much any kind of questions. So again, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching once again, and see you on the next one.